Sup, it's Hallie, and welcome back to Normal VN. When we last left off, we were making the correct choices on Ciori's route, and things took a turn for the horny. We're nearing the end now, so let's maybe do this thing correctly. Let's see, something red, mine got stuck in a tree once. Probably a kite?
Congrats!
Oh yeah, I have to check the history every time to see what the question was. A fruit that I'd be terrified of if I were a doctor? An apple.
Yay!
Something heavy and good luck pushing that? A big rock.
Got it!
Uh-huh. There's something big I'd like to climb. No, a tall tree.
We got a winner here!
This is the easiest game if I spied. Oh, I got something round. A soccer ball?
Yes, makes you wanna play!
We're getting there. Grabbing something really fast. Probably a plane.
Whoosh, yes!
I saw something cute in there before it all faded away. Something cute that is definitely not me. A rabbit.
Well, there's a melting my heart. Good answer! Last but not least,
Criminy. Dude, something you love to play with. It's a living thing. You?
correct. That was fun, wasn't it? And you even got all the right answers.
Does that mean I got a nice reward?
Maybe later.
I have to admit, it was a good time. You always have good ideas, Ciori.
Oh, stop. You're the one who planned this whole thing out.
Hey, I'm sure you'd do the same thing for me. Ciori? Oh no, skip.
All I did was mess things up and make everyone mad like when Nancy and Yuri started arguing about us. I'm a complete failure.
Bye, Ciori. So this stuff all still happens. Like yesterday, I call up Natsuki. She answers pretty quickly.
Hello?
Natsuki, do you know where Ciori is?
No, I don't. Sayori's missing.
Yes, and I have no idea what to do. She left her phone on her porch. I have no way of finding her.
Where have you tried looking?
Not a lot of places yet, just around our houses.
Maybe she just wanted to be by herself somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure that's it.
Natsuki, are you okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. So listen, I know you probably want my help looking for her, so what do you say we meet at school?
Why at school?
Well, first of all, because it's right in the middle of where both live. And second, well, I'll tell you when we get there.
Without a warning, Natsuki hangs up the phone, leaving me no choice but to follow her instructions and meet her at school. About 10 minutes later, I've walked the familiar walk from my neighborhood to our school, and inside see Natsuki standing by some lockers.
Hey, I'm glad you came.
I should be saying that to you. Thank you for helping me out. I just can't imagine where Ciori might have gone to. After today, I owe you big time.
Don't say things like that, Hallie. Sayori's my friend, too. I want her to be okay. I don't owe you anything.
If you insist. So, I guess let's start looking.
Yeah.
Natsuki and I walk around the first floor of the school and don't find much. We come across some students who have obligations to attend to over the weekends, like designing banners for school events and whatnot. We also come across teachers who have meetings or the like among each other. We keep asking around if anyone has seen Ciori. I'll admit a lot of the students are wearing street clothes, and I didn't recognize many of them because of that. If Ciori was here, I'd imagine some people would also have the same trouble if not for her big red bow. Thinking about Ciori's bow makes me smile momentarily, but then I break down a little bit. I stop walking and prop myself up against the wall.
Hey, are you okay? Hallie, come on.
I can't.
Hallie, come on. Don't be a dummy. Look, we haven't even checked the club room yet. If she's at school, I'd bet $1,000,000 that's where she is.
All I can do is nod and let Natsuki take the lead. We walk up a flight of stairs and walk down the hallway that I've become very well acquainted with this year. Seeing the pep in Natsuki's step as she leads us toward the clubroom gives me some confidence. She's doing everything she can to make me feel better, and feel confident that we'll find Ciori here. She did such a good job that for a moment there I was certain that we'd find Ciori in the literature club room when we opened the door. Natsuki reaches the door to the clubroom and swings it open.
Ciori, you in here?
No response. Just like that, I lose all my faith and I'm back to square one.
She's not here. But that's okay, I'm sure she's somewhere.
Natsuki,
We still have the cafeteria to check. Maybe she's looking for something to eat.
Natsuki!
Well, I guess if she was at your house, she wouldn't have come all this way for some food. But it doesn't hurt to look.
Natsuki! Natsuki stops dead in her tracks. I've never raised my voice like that to her, and it seems like she squirms at the sound. I'm sorry for yelling, but I don't think she's at school. We've checked pretty much everywhere.
Not everywhere.
Next thing I know, Natsuki is walking out the door, then wordlessly begins leading me somewhere else. We approach a staircase and I climb it, then see a door out to the roof. Does Natsuki really think Sayori would be up there? Natsuki opens the door out to the roof and starts looking around, and only after she's already walked across the entire surface is when I humor her and walk out there myself.
Sayori! Sayori!
Natsuki, she isn't here. What makes you so sure she would have come up here anyway?
It's because this is where Sayori and I became friends.
Well, wait, really? Natsuki nods.
This place is special to me. It's where the best friendship I've ever had started. Before I joined the club, I'd come up here to read manga, then one day out of nowhere, Sayori showed up. I had actually recognized her from a time we met at the vending machines.
Did that not happen on this route?
She was actually really excited to see me for some reason, and we talked for a little while. That's when she convinced me to join the literature club.
I never knew that part. Now that I think about it, Sayori did say she'd tell me that story later.
That's why I thought she'd be at school and why I thought she'd be up here. I guess I just think of that moment, I guess I think more of that moment than she does. For her, it was probably one of a bunch of happy moments she has every single week. For me, it was life-changing.
This is crazy to hear. I knew Natsuki and Sayori were close, but I didn't think Sayori meant that much to Natsuki. Natsuki, I think you're wrong about something. I guarantee you that moment was as important to Sayori as it was to you. Believe it or not, happy memories like that are few and far between for her. If this is where she became best friends with someone so near and dear to her, then I think you had the right idea in mind. I just really wish she was up here.
Hallie.
Yeah, Natsuki?
I'm scared. I don't want Nat or Sayori to be missing. I want to find her more than anything.
Natsuki starts crying, and reluctantly I walk up to her and give her a hug. I start sniffling back, and a single tear pours down my cheek. I want to find her too. I can't let her be alone. After Natsuki and I accept defeat at the school, we both decide to go home. It stings to have not gotten anywhere, but at a time like this, where both Natsuki and I are in distress, it's best for us to take a break. I arrive at home once again, feeling as defeated as any one person can feel. I keep asking myself if there's something I could have done differently, and then the skip button became available, so I clicked it. This stuff still happens. Natsuki and I tried looking for you around school. She was so worried. So how will the ending be different? Guess we'll see. Damn it, no! I've ended up on my knees, and I begin to strike the floor with my open palms in horrifying anguish. Why? 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 Several moments of silence pass after my meltdown, and I'm now sitting on the floor propped up by Sayori's bed. I continue to stare at the noose, and all it does is stare back at me, taunting me. As I sit there, I think, Sayori, actually, putting this to use. God, seizure warning. Get out of my head! I can't stand this uncertainty anymore. I have to confront Sayori about this. I cease the staring contest with the deadly rope and pick it up, being reacquainted with its weight. I groan as I lift it up and wrap it in a circle and leave Sayori's bedroom. I know her, and I know this isn't her. I need to hear her explanation for this. I run back to my house, drowning in tears. Visions of Sayori hanging from the ceiling still taint my mind. Nothing feels real anymore. When was she planning on using this? I can't even bring myself to even properly address the noose even. I practically break down on my own front door. My emotions are too strong now to even really register the trail of flower petals leading up to my bedroom door. I trample over her romantic gesture during my stampede to my room. Nothing matters but making it to Sayori. Nothing matters but Sayori. I storm upstairs and into my room. Sayori's sitting on the bed patiently. I instantly notice that she's got some special lingerie panties on. So, that's what was in the bag, eh? Sayori smiles and nods happily, but it fades as my expression contorts. I would probably appreciate that, normally. Right now, this just feels like a lie. You made this great display about showing yourself in very little, all while hiding something massive. She tilts her head in confusion, which turns to shock as I reveal the rope. All color flushes from her face.
No. How?
You better explain yourself right now. I can tell she's trying her best not to bawl. Her change in her usual tone must be a testament to how much gravity this has for her. My lips start to quiver. My jaws are clenched so tightly it feels like my teeth are about to shatter.
I can't say I really even wanted to use that noose.
She looks off for a second to collect herself. Tears are welling up in her eyes more than mine. I start to loosen up and I drop the noose.
It's odd. The day I planned to die was the day my life truly began.
Does she mean...
The night before the festival, something was wrong. I should have been happy. I was finally loved by the person who meant the most to me. But when I went back inside after we were finally a couple, something started to say things in the back of my head. Things that all had to do with my death. These voices that told me to die. I hated them. I thought killing myself would get them to finally go away. To get them out of my head. Of course, I could have just lived with them for your sake. I also worried that living with this would hurt you, so in my rush, I thought I could solve two problems. So at night, I tied the noose and planned to wake up early to finally hang myself. I was too tired that night to go through with it. But I slipped in, and then you woke me up. I was given a reason to stay one more day, one more week, one more month. Eventually, I pretty much refused the fact that I tried to kill myself and left the noose in my closet, and it's been there all this time. Until now. I'm so sorry, Hallie. I should have told you sooner. I know this sounds pretty stupid now, but I didn't want to hurt you if you found out.
I feel betrayed, in a sense. I told her she could talk to me about anything at all, so why would she hide this from me? I finally loosen all the way up and embrace Sayori. Sayori.
Shh. I'm sorry, really. You're gonna ask for me to promise to never try again, aren't you? I want to do that. I want to do what will help you feel better.
Sayori is utterly bawling. She can barely speak through the tears.
But I can't. I want to be better so bad. I wish the dark clouds would just blow away. It's just that I can't do that. I can't make you feel better. I can't even make myself feel better, so what's the point of trying?
But I promised to always be there, to try my best, to chase those clouds away myself. I refuse to let you succumb to the rain ever again. Sayori starts to tremble in my arms. I realize that I may have blown things a little out of proportion. After all, if she was going to use that noose, she had every opportunity to use it today. Instead, she chose to give me, and above all, herself, a chance. Now, how about we put off that treat you were about to give me, and we burn this rope so we never have to lay eyes on it again?
Yeah, I think it's time to accept and move on from this awfulness.
We go to the backyard and get everything set up. Oil, matches, paper, and some rocks to attempt to keep sparks from hitting the grass and burning down the house. Will you do the honors, Sayori? Sayori looks at me with tears in her eyes and giggles.
Why, yes, Hallie, I'd love to.
She pours a little oil over some paper and the rope, strikes a match, and lights the rope on fire. As we watch this wretched thing burn, I finally feel like I won't have to worry about Sayori killing herself anymore. And as the last of the rope turns to ash, I notice that this entire time, Sayori was actually smiling. I'd never had a more physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually exhausting day in my life before yesterday happened. A lot of events took place that I'd care to not relive, but the fact of the matter is, Sayori and I took steps toward putting her depression down for good. The key word there is steps. I'd be foolish to think I can heal her myself in the span of a few months, let alone one day. Once Sayori is more comfortable, I'll talk to her about finally going to therapy and getting prescriptions in order to help mend her depression. It's about time I stopped trying to act like a superhero and simply act as a boyfriend, and only do everything within my power to make Sayori's life easier. I sit up from my bed and stand next to it, then tap Sayori on the shoulder. Sayori. She opens her eyes and groans.
What is it?
It's Monday. We have school, remember?
Okay, fine.
Sayori stands up quickly, then gives me a kiss on the cheek.
If it wasn't for you, I'd never wake up on time.
Hey, you've woken me up. Woken up before me a couple times.
Exactly, you're the only reason I wake up.
Hey, Sayori, if we keep working on getting you better, I promise you'll see you have a lot more to live for than just me.
You say that like you don't want me to care about you anymore.
Don't take it that far. I just want you to find that perfect middle ground. Understand?
I do, Hallie. Thank you.
Sayori and I get geared up for school and leave after a few bowls of cereal. After yesterday, it's the only thing either of us have the energy to prepare for breakfast. We head off to school and drudge through the same tired routine we've been going through for the past number of years. However, after what we've had to go through as of late, some stability is more than welcome. After classes end for the day, I go to meet Sayori down the hall from the literature club.
Hey!
Hey, how was your day after that nightmare in the morning? Oh yeah, turns out that math test Sayori and I were stressing over was actually today. We walked into the room to find our teacher writing the time limit on the board, and the rest of our classmates reviewing concepts with each other at the last second. Sayori and I tried to keep our cool and act like we were prepared, but that wasn't the case. Both of us started dying inside. I feel like this would have been more interesting to see actually unfold.
It was fine. But all things considered, I think I did okay on the test.
Yes, so did I. My lying skills seem to have gotten worse since last week.
Oh yeah, the weirdest thing happens to me today at lunch. I got all my food, and I got money out of my purse to pay, and then the lunch lady said, "Don't worry about it, hon, it's taken care of."
Wait, so you didn't have to pay for your lunch?
No, I don't know why, but I was pretty happy. I must have a really sweet lunch lady. I can't believe I never knew.
Yeah, that must be the case. That's pretty peculiar, but I think Sayori is giving the lunch lady a little too much credit. Not to say she isn't a nice person, but I have a feeling there's some other reason for that.